All right, so this is going to be kind of one of those like things to just pay attention to when you're doing your tires and stuff, which our buddy Derek over here is kind of learning the hard way. It'd be more of a hard way if he didn't know me. But since he does, I'm going to help him out and I'm going to flip his tire. So what happened was he took his tire to someone that does tires, and the guy didn't ask, or there wasn't the specification on which side the pulley or the sprocket's going to be on, which is important for your direction, right? So, and a lot of those guys won't. They're just going to slap your tire on. You're going to get it. You're going to get home, figure out, fuck, my tire's on backwards. And, like, that's no fun. Especially when they charge, like, what was it, $50 or something?
50 bucks.
Yeah, so what a waste of $50. So you don't want to make that mistake. One easy way to tell is usually the sprocket or pulley side is going to be wider. So see, this is sticking off further than this side, okay? So this is going to be for your rotor, for your brake. This is going to be for your pulley, okay? If they're the same size with flange, then what you're going to want to do is figure out your hole sizes, okay? So your pulley side is going to have much bigger bolts. They should be 7/16 bolts. And then your rotor side is going to have 3/8. So as you see here, 3/8 bolts, small for rotor, and then 7/16 big for pulley, which makes sense, right? You want bigger bolts because you're going to have a lot more torque and stuff on this, okay? So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to flip the tire, which, in all honesty, I don't think I need to do much more of a video on how to do that. I think what was really important is just figuring out how to just tell, and just to make sure that you tell whoever's doing your tire which one's which, and then you just got to find the rotational dude on here. Where is it? Did you ever find the arrow? Or did you just assume?
Well, I just looked at this because it goes this way.
Regardless.
Yes.
Well, on this one, I guess these are going to be our arrows, which it should usually have a directional arrow on there. Is this a non-directional guy? So we're just assuming on this that it's backwards. Is that what you're telling me, Derek?
Oh, no, it is backwards for sure.
It is?
Yeah.
This guy's confident.
Yes.
All right, well, then let's flip it.
Let's flip it.
All right, so first things first, when we're doing a tire change, which once again, I don't know how important this is to you because you kind of want a tire machine. But you could definitely tire iron if you gotta. I wouldn't want to do it. Anyway, so here's a little valve stem remover. Because in there, in the valve stem is the valve stem thing. I don't know words and terminologies, but anyway, so what we do first is just pull that guy out. So we lose all the air, and then that's what it looks like. Okay. Put it in a safe spot so you don't lose it. All right. We're going to have to take a quick pause while I go turn on the air. So while you're waiting for your air compressor to charge up, it's always a smart thing to get your official Crispy Co stickers and make sure they're placard on everything you can, okay? So now that we've pulled the stem out and it's deflated, we come over here. Derek, you might want to go on the other side so you can see. And then this is what pops the bead. Oh, damn. It's going to be one of those tight tires, dude. It's one of those Bajas. Make sure the bead is popped all the way around. The other way to do it is lay it on the ground and jump on it. But as you can see, it's kind of not the wheel to be doing that with. And we have the tool. I'm going to move these things out of my way. In. hit my finger. When they're that tight, it's probably going to be interesting when it sets the bead. It's probably going to be pretty intense. Okay, now that we've got that like that, we need soapy water. And you spray the little dog. I'm sorry, that was me. He did nothing wrong. Charlie, I'm sorry. Forgive me, buddy. Get that nice and wet.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what she said. That's all she has to do. It's her only job. Okay. Open this up. This is one of those cheap Chinese tire machines you can get from like off eBay or whatever. I don't do this like as a career, so this is more than fine. But one of the things I messed up on was when I got this tire machine, it said it would do up to like 23-inch rims, and when they say that, that means they're doing like car wheels where they'll grab the rim from the inside. So when I was trying to make sure I could at least do 21-inch wheels on this thing, so I technically got the wrong machine, and due to shipping and all that stuff, I couldn't just return it. So what I had to do was, check this out, I made these custom extender guys here. So kind of crude, but I took the little dudes that grab the inside of the rim, I spaced them up so that I could have, like, the pulley can still be on there or whatever. I don't always have to take all the stuff off. I can still grab it. And then what I did is when I made it so it goes out further and will do 20-inch wheels for me, or 21s. That doesn't make sense, I'm sorry, but just know, like, understand when they say what size wheel it can do, like, how they're grabbing the wheel. Because you can't grab from the inside of the rim on a Harley wheel or a motorcycle wheel. You need to be able to grab it from here, okay? I also had to make adjustments on this thing because it closes and opens really fast, and the pedals like do not have good, like I can't just like baby them shut to grab the rim, because there's nothing worse than if this falls in and one of these comes between the spokes, it's just going to destroy, it's going to mess the wheel up. So it's kind of, this thing's a little bit sketchy, but I went in and made adjustments so that it would go a little bit slower, so I could like, because you kind of got to like, it's all timing, baby. So hopefully I don't mess up your brand new wheel, Derek.
You won't.
Especially because I'm talking about it. But anyways, doesn't matter what side you pick. So get the one rim part in there. And then this is where we baby it out. We did it. But it would go insanely quicker, and it was really hard to get that rim grabbed in time. Whoa, dude, is this a... Oh, that's so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
This is a sealed rim. Damn, dude, you're the shit. So you have to deal with freaking inner tubes right now? What a great surprise.
Oh,
this
no.
is an 18, too.
There's a tube in there.
Oh, there is?
It's not tubeless.
Oh, I thought it was tubeless.
Nope.
Oh. Forget what I said. There's a freaking stupid tube. And honestly, I think... Oh, no. I grabbed it from the right spot, so I kept the deal up here. But anyways, then you gotta get this to the proper distance. Tire changing 101. Get your badass grabber. This is where you gotta be super careful. You don't want to pinch the tube while you're doing this, because I don't think we have any more 18-inch tubes.
No.
So if we mess this up, you're screwed, buddy. Good thing I'm not a professional. Get that up on there. Like so. This is one of the harder parts. Oh, cool, that's not even tight. I'm going to pull the tube all the way out to get the wheel off. You can kind of get away with it, but we're not going to take any chances since it's our only tube. Tube out. And it's slippery. Go back. Flipping it, we're going to waste no time. Boom. Actually, so here's the trick to this, which I'm like, once again, kind of self-taught. We're going to want to make sure this goes back up like this, right? We're going to put the tube back on. Hopefully this is enjoyable enough entertainment. Never thought you'd be wanting to watch a tire installing video, but whatever.
I don't want to watch it.
I mean, yeah, we know you want to watch it. He actually talked me into, I was going to have him do it, but then he was like, man, we should make a video. Means he's the camera guy and I'm the friggin' worker dude. Well, there's probably some nuggets in here that'll help somebody.
100%.
100%. So I pre-put the tube on, and I have nothing but soapy water on my fingers, so all of this is extremely difficult. I got it.
Oh.
Whoa, crack? Dang. Hi, Charlie. Are you going to help us, buddy? He's a naked boy. Because he chews all of his collars off. That's what he does. He's a freaking escape artist. We're going to re-spritz this bad boy. There's no sense in making it any harder than it needs to be. And this is just soapy water. I tell you what soap it is, but they don't sponsor me, so I'm not going to say it. I also don't know what soap it is, but it's soap. Okay, so now we got to get this up in there, kind of where the inner tube is. This back down. Okay, so this is going to go that way. So what I do is I go kind of right to where... Oops, shit, no! That was not good. We're okay. Wrong button. Oh, I just got to do this. We're going to kind of start kind of back where the valve stem is. And the hardest thing is to, like, the tire needs to be underneath this knob and on top of this one. And I'll say not every tire will do that correctly, but if you don't get on top of this one, the tire may want to go up underneath the rim and the thing and get kind of bound. But anyway, so we just do a little bit of that action, and then we just feather it around, making sure that this is staying as far down as it can. And hopefully by the time I get close to this again, I can pop it on and then get out of the way so you don't ever want to hit the tube. And see that? The bottom's on, and we still have plenty of space before we got to the tube, so that's good. So now, pop this off, put that back up, and then now we put the tube in. Making sure you're not like twisting stuff up. And then what I also do, so once I get the tire in there, the tube, make sure your valve stem isn't all wonky. And then what I do is I'll actually inflate my tube real quick to just ensure if it did get twisted, it doesn't. And I didn't put the valve stem back in because I want it to re-bleed back out again. So this just ensures that if my tube has kind of gotten to like inflate and make sure it's good and untwist or what have you. All right. So now we're ready to do this again. Like I said before, you got to get this part up on here, which is like kind of a bitch. I don't fully understand why it's the case, but what am I? Just a knucklehead. Because it really wants to just not be in both. So getting it to kind of do this, all right? So now we go for it. It'll get tight. Oh, little spin. You want to make sure when you have a drop, see this, come in here, Derek. So this is a drop center rim, which means you want to get your the bead of your tire in this drop center so that it creates enough space for the tire to pop over. Tight, girl. Boom. There it is. Once again, make sure your valve stem after you did it isn't all weird. This tire really moves on here. This is like kind of really nice setup, dude. So sometimes they don't, or they get all weird and your valve stem's all sideways. You don't want to do that. You're going to put extra strain on stuff and it's going to be an issue. But there's that. So now the fun part, which I'm going to do another round of lubing because now we got to get enough pressure in here to get those to pop up on the lip. And as you saw when we took it off, it seemed really tight. So we're going to want to make sure it's real wet, dude. This is that part that's kind of scary where it feels like when you're doing it, it's gonna freaking blow up on you, dude. Go. You can come on the other side now, Derek. All right. So you're going to see when you're doing this on both sides, there's going to be a portion of the tire that does not want to pop on. When it does, you're going to know because it's going to go boom, boom, kind of jarring. And sometimes, man, you like really are putting so much pressure on there. It's really scary. So maybe you should have a professional do it. I don't know. So don't do what I do and just like keep getting it more pressure than you can handle. Once again, I did not put the valve stem back in because the second that those pop on, I want to be able to take this off and bleed that air back out so that, because the tire is going to be way too much pressure. So see right now, this is on, this is not. I knew it, dude, this thing. We're at 60 pounds. Here it goes. Also, check and make sure your tube hasn't been sticking out. I aired these up and the tube was freaking outside of the tire because I wasn't paying attention. So, big, you hear that? So that's one side. But as you can see, I don't know if you can see that in the video, but this is not popped yet. This is all kind of set. This is not popped yet. So now we want to get in to that guy. And that went pretty good. Normally I would have kept going until I got that second boop, but we're trying to just do that. Charlie, we doing okay, buddy? Yeah? He's the producer of this here program. Hate it. I feel like it's gonna blow up my face. There it goes. That's it. That's 2. So we lit it out. I don't know if you can get a view on this. So here's your valve stem. The threads are at the top. So this part goes in, and you can tell because you got your little pressure release deuter right there. I don't know if you can even see any of that, but now we just put this back in with our fancy little valve stem remover tool, which they usually have little ears that come out to make it like more like a wrench. But let me see, I got one right here. So they usually look like this one, which is nice for like letting out the air and stuff. But I don't like using them because they hit the spokes and it's just super annoying. So I get rid of it so that I can go a little bit quicker. Put that in there the right way. And get your little dude on there. But see, had I had those on there, I'd still be messing with it. But instead I'm done. So now that that's back in, we're gonna go and air it up. And how do we know what pressure to put in there, Derek?
Should be on the tire.
Should be on the tire. So let's do some investigating of what this thing wants. I will say this. It's going to say a certain PSI, but with hardtails and stuff, I usually run them a lot lower because that just gives you just a tiny bit of cushion when you're riding. So like I sometimes will ride a tire at like between 10 and 20 PSI. Like, or maybe, yeah, like more around like 10, dude. Like I don't give shit. Anything to help just relieve the pressure off my back a little bit. So this one, 41 cold. I say you do 20, dude. You're hardtailing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're a bad boy.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just do 20. And if you want more later, you can add more. But that's all I would do. Are you getting the logo?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah.
Crispy Co, baby.
Crispy.
Oh, there it is. 20. That's chopper pressure, baby. 20 on an 18. Woo-hoo! Sexy. There it is. Now, this is going the right way. Because he has a good friend. You're welcome, buddy.